Finisher. We're going to give you everything you need to improve the 5 basic areas of dynamic performance: speed, power, agility, reaction, and quickness.
Want that Super Bowl ring? This is where it starts.
This is hard work, but it all pays off in the end.
This is Spark Training. If you want to be fast, you got to train fast. I'm Matt James, Spark Master Trainer. Everybody can improve their speed and dynamic athleticism through Spark Training. This session will give you everything you need to improve the 5 basic areas of athletic performance: speed, power, agility, reaction, and quickness. You want to talk about athletes? We got athletes. We're going to be working with my good friend and colleague Tom Shaw, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Champ Bailey. In this DVD, we're going to use all the equipment from the Spark Development Program: the quick step ladder to work on fast feet, hurdles and cones for agility and multi-directional training, medicine balls for power and explosiveness, and my favorite, the parachute for resisted sprinting. Hey, you can get faster. You like that one, huh? Dynamic training requires a dynamic warm-up. It's important to always warm up the core temperature before you get ready for your workout. Loosening up your muscles and connective tissues will help improve flexibility and prevent injury. Remember, this is a great opportunity for you to work on your form and mechanics. If you don't do it right here, you're not going to do it right when you compete. All right, LT, first thing we're going to do before every workout is work on that dynamic stretching and flexibility of the warm-up period. Getting the connective tissues warmed up, take your body through a full range of motion, work on some technique, some form for speed, for running, and make sure that the body, the core temperature is warmed up and you're ready to go for the workout. So first one I'm going to have you do just nice and easy. We always start with the high knee walk. Every third step, knee hugs up to the chest. Stay nice and tall, come up on the ball of the foot. Bring that knee up to the armpit, keep that toe loaded. Going back. Every third step, opposite knee to armpit, good, hug it. Good job. Excellent. And next one, just nice and easy. We're just gonna jog down and we're gonna backpedal back, just nice and easy. Getting the blood flowing, using those arms a little bit. Next one we're gonna do is just easy high knee run. Good knee lift, keep the toe loaded up, try to get the thigh parallel to the ground. So as that knee comes up, you're just gonna stay nice and tall. Good drive position. Like to use the term punch the knee, not lift the knee, so we wanna punch the knee up in front. Keep the arm action nice and quick. Get as many reps in as you can from cone to cone. All right, champ, next one we're gonna do our butt kicks. Gonna pull the heels to the butt or smash those calves into the hamstrings. And by doing so, we're gonna add a little bit of a slight knee lift. Make sure that you keep that drive position, keep the shoulders on top of the hips, and do a great job of using your arms. The faster that you can use your arms, the faster your lower body's gonna turn over. We'll go easy karaoke going down. Good hip swivels, keep the shoulders square. Rotate the hips down and back. Gotta have great hips to play this game. Okay, next one, champ, is just a lateral groin stretch. We do a little lateral slide, a little 2-step slide, and a big step, and we're just gonna stretch the groin. Side to side, keep it moving. 2 steps, slide into the groin stretch, little slide. So everything's moving, so we're keep moving. We move on the field, that's how we wanna warm up. Going to your left, back to the right, good job. And then right back to your right from there. Take it back, good. Staying centered on your base. Don't get leaning too far forward. There you go. Good. Keeping the feet flat, toes straight ahead. Don't let that back foot roll up on you.
Ooh.
Excellent job. Next one we're gonna do is just a walking forward lunge. Big step out in front, just nice and easy with that front foot. Make sure it stays nice and tall. You don't want that knee to get out in front of the foot. And we're gonna sag in, which is gonna give you that hip flexor stretch on this side. But what I want you to do is post with that opposite hand, and we're gonna drop that elbow down on the inside as low as we can. You're gonna get that front hamstring and glute. So you're gonna get 2 stretches off of this. Hip flexor, elbow to the instep, good. Nice and low. Same thing going back, nice job. Good job, LT, that's looking good. Get them out there. That's a great job of reaching out in front of you, making sure that knee does not get out in front of that last shoelace on your shoe. Good job. We'll go lateral now, and we're gonna move into what we call just a slide and glide. Not crossing your feet, starting to use your arms, loosening up your upper body too, and we'll go down and back 10 yards, slide and glide. Next one, we're gonna go 2-foot skip. Right in front, left foot and right foot skips. Arms across the front. We'll go forward down and backwards back. You can also start to use your arms as you're running too, but just as a loosener, there you go, good. Good pops, nice. There you go. Next one going forward, we call it a walking Frankenstein kick. Every 3rd step, we're gonna kick that foot up and out to the opposite armpit, staying nice and tall, and actually just incorporating a little bit more of that hamstring in the glute by going out and stretching it like a hurdler would go out and over the hurdle. Same thing as you step and reach. Nice. This drill is a walking Frankenstein sit. Every 3rd step, we're gonna plant the heel in front of the opposite foot, go down, grab the toe, pulling the toe towards the shin, really stretching the calves, the hamstrings, right up into your glute muscles. Nice. Side pivot and hip flexor. Make sure you keep your shoulders square, 2 little slides, and then lead with that front foot out in front of you as far as you can, stretching the hip flexor, rotating and pivoting side to side. Make sure that knee doesn't go out over your last toe or shoelace on your shoe. Keep your upper body up and stay square. Get a full range of motion on this drill. Just go heel walks. On your heels, toes up. Nice and easy, getting the blood flow. Getting warmed up, get those connective tissues going. Full range of motion. Good, backwards back. Good job. Spark Agility cones and discs are excellent tools that will challenge and develop your ability to cut on a dime. Never cut corners. Take that extra step to get around the cone if you need to. And as always, maintain good running form, using quick hands and quick feet to help you in and out of your breaks and create separation from your opponent. All right, champ, next thing we're gonna work on our cone drills. Getting in and out of your breaks, just like we did a lot with the agility hurdles, but trying to do a better job of mimicking and being as authentic as we can and sport specific towards your position. So the first cone drill that we're gonna work on is just a back pedal, attack a double braking move on a 45-degree angle, baseball turn, and run with a vertical, just like a hitch and go. Come back and go. We're gonna start at the top cone. You're gonna start with a back pedal. Hit that first cone and come back route, back pedal, open the hip, and speed out back to where you started from. The Pro Shuttle, the 5-10-5, it should be a staple in your training program at home. What you're gonna do is you're gonna start with 3 cones. The total drill is 10 yards apart. First cone's gonna be in the center. 5 yards away is gonna be 1 cone, 5 yards to your left is gonna be the other cone. 5 yards, you're gonna touch the cone or touch the line, turn, 10 yards sprint, down the line, left hand touch, and sprint back through your original cone.
So we'll just start off. Drop, step, sprint, drop, step, sprint, drop, step, sprint, and all the way through. Try to slide 2 yards, 4 yards and 6 yards. While we're trying to slide, we're trying to maintain good body position, football position, specific position, trying to keep a good base, stay on the balls of your feet, keep your nose over your toes. Try not to click your heels. The idea is to get to the cone, flat cut. Get to the cone and flat cut, okay?
All right, next one we're gonna do again, another 4-cone exercise. This one's set up in the shape of an N. Again, 5 or 10 yards. Gonna start at the top cone, angle run out, left foot plant, 45-degree sprint, direct 90-degree cut, turn and sprint out. Gonna start at the top cone, angle run out, left foot plant, 45-degree sprint, direct 90-degree cut, back pedal coming out. The next drill we're gonna do is a T drill. Basically, the T drill is 5 yards apart. It's off the shuttle run. Chris is gonna demonstrate running into the first cone with a 5-yard sprint, lateral slide 5 yards to his left, 10-yard lateral slide, 5-yard back to the center, and back pedal out. The next drill that Forrest is going to demonstrate is a great drill working on getting in and out of your brakes. You always hear coaches tell you, create separation from your opponent, and this is a great one to teach you. It's a sprint all the way through. It's an X drill off of the box. Start with a 5-yard sprint. He's going to come back down, start that first cross in his X, left foot plant, sprint back up to the top of that cone, plant and drive, get in and out of his brakes, and finish crossing his X. 5 yards, good. Break down, get in and out of his brakes. Good arm, left foot plant again, and finish through the cone. Same exact X drill that we did, but we're gonna start with the back pedal. 5-yard back pedal, T-step, brake on the ball, straight ahead. Start your first line for your X, break it down, back pedal back, T-step, drive, and finish the cross. Good back pedal, good, 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 good. Plant and drive, good. Straight ahead, good. Around, back pedal, left foot T-bar, brake, good, nice, and finish through. Good job. 2 right foot cuts, 2 left foot cuts, back through where you started. We call this an hourglass. Flipping it either way, still gonna be the same. You're gonna accelerate 5 yards into the first cone, right foot cut, directly down the line, plant, sprint all the way through, left foot plant, and back through the center. The next one that we're gonna show you off the 6 cones is what we like to call lights out. We're gonna start with the tapioca across the top, into a linear sprint, into a lateral slide, then to a back pedal, then coming back through the same 4. Tapioca, sprint, slide, and back pedal to the finish. Good, come on, come on, come on, sprint. Good, slide, slide and punch, good, good, back pedal. Good, tapioca at the top. Swivel, 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 sprint. Nice. Come on, slide, 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 back pedal to finish. Turn and run. Good job. There you go. Nice. It's a 90-degree sprint through, starting on the bottom right cone, sprint to the first cone, angle cut, 90 degrees, angle cut straight ahead, and then he's gonna finish at the top of the cone. Cones are basically set up 10 yards in diameter from each other all the way around. And we're gonna start with circle runs. Just running around, it's great for ankle stabilization, working on going, leaning inside to your left, running around the cone to the left, and going the opposite direction, and running around the circle, going towards your right with your left leg on the outside versus your right leg. So switching it up, going both directions. This is a ring of fire. What you're gonna do is set up 2 circles, about 2 to 3 yards apart, in distance from each circle, 5 to 10 yards for the cones apart, in diameter, depending on how you wanna set it up. We're gonna keep them about 5 yards apart. 2 circles. First one we're gonna do is a figure 8. You're gonna start at the top end of the cone, which is gonna be right here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna slowly loop around our circles, come inside over the top of the second one. I'm gonna round it, staying tight, come back around, and loop through, just like a figure 8. 2 circles, great for just quick change of direction, running, moving. This is a figure 8 drill. The next one we're gonna do off the figure 8 drill is just an S drill. And what we're gonna do is basically start at the top half of one of the cones, run underneath and over the top to the other side, not completing the full figure 8. Next one we're gonna do off the figure 8 is having a partner, a teammate, somebody that you're working out with, which is always great, is play a chase and trail, a little tag game that we're gonna do. I'm gonna start out in front of Chris at this first cone. 1/4 turn away from him, he's gonna start behind me. The object of the game is that I wanna get back and around to the finish line before Chris tags me. Are you ready? Come on, where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at, baby? Ah! Another cone drill that we use, also a testing parameter at the Pro Combine, is the L drill. You're gonna start at the top out of a 3-point start. You're gonna accelerate 5 yards, left hand touch, sprint back to the first line, right hand touch, down around that cone, loop inside underneath, making a looping 8 around, run through your break, and finish at the top. Okay, the next cone drill we're gonna do is a star drill. Forrest is gonna demonstrate. What he's gonna do is stay inside the star, and what I'm gonna do is just give directional points and different change of direction moves to guide and direct through. He's randomly having to go and knock over the different cones. Back, good, up here, good. Back over to this one, good. Back over here, knock her over, good, and finish right through this cone. The next 4 cone drill is a compass drill. You're gonna start in the center cone, you're gonna drop step north, knock over the cone, back to the center, go west, back to the center, straight ahead, back to the center, and knock it over on your way out. The next station we're gonna work on is a drill that we like to call the octopus. 4 cones 10 yards apart from your center point, looping figure 8s around all 4 cones and back through the finish. 4 cones 10 yards apart for a total of 80 yards. Spark agility hurdles are awesome tools for improving linear and lateral speed and mechanics. Remember, keep your toes dorsiflexed or pulled towards your shins. Use explosive punches with your knees to get maximum range of motion and to develop more powerful bursts. Keep your nose over your toes and always maintain good balance. All right, LT, next station that we're gonna work on is our hurdles. We got micro hurdles, small hurdles, about 6 inches high off the ground, working on what I like to call punch or drive position with that upper body, punching that knee, working on lifting, driving off the floor, getting those knees up. So the first one that we're gonna do is we're gonna do just a high knee run. And we can use these to go linear, straight ahead, or we could also use them to go lateral. And we're gonna go a high knee run right over the top, 2 feet in between each. And again, what we wanna work on focusing on is punching the knee and keeping that toe dorsiflexed and pulled towards the shin. Good arm action, good. Linear 1 in each. Same action, except now we're gonna get a little bit more momentum. And now we're just gonna run through 1 foot. 1 foot in between each hurdle. Next one that we're gonna work on is just multi-directional through the cone. You're gonna go linearly through with a high knee run, working on arm action, punch step, keeping that toe loaded into a lateral cut and change direction. We got 4 hurdles set out at 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet, and 5 feet. As you go through, we're gonna start with what we call just an up tall and fall position. You're gonna drive into it, 1 foot, punch the knee, and accelerate right on out through the camera. Really work on staying on the balls of your feet. Keep that drive position, acceleration phase that we're talking about. Punch the knee, stay on the ball of your foot. Left foot lead, good arm action, good knee pops, pivot and turn and drive out. Great job. Really make sure that you keep your shoulders square, your hips square, picking the knees up, keeping that toe dorsiflexed and pulled towards the shin, and great arm action. As you come off that last hurdle, we want to pivot and drive through. Okay, next one that we're gonna do is just a W drill. Sprint and back pedal. Changing direction, getting in and out of your break. We're gonna start at the top, drop down into the first cone, drop your base, back pedal out, attack forward, back pedal out, and the sprint through. Linear zigzag run. We're gonna start working forward, getting in and out of our breaks, 45-degree angles, in, touching the cone, left foot, keep that body weight inside the plant foot, touching, staying nice and low, changing direction, and getting out. Next one off the 6 hurdle setup is just what we call a 2-4-6. Second hurdle back, fourth hurdle back, sixth hurdle back, just changing direction. We're gonna start left foot, plant, right foot back, out to the fourth hurdle, plant, right foot, plant, out to the sixth hurdle, and back. Go. Good, pick them up, good. There you go, good. Fourth one right there, good, coming back. Good, last one, all the way down. Pick them up, pick them up, pick them up, pick them up. Left foot, bring them back. Nice. Good job. In a second variation, we'll just go with a lateral run. 2 in each, left, right, left, right, left, right. 2-4-6 running. The next version off of the linear pattern that we like to do is a dead leg skip or a dead leg run. Okay, a little bit more advanced, and we're gonna focus on just one knee punch and one leg. Our outside leg is gonna stay dead. The inside leg that's going over is the one that we're focusing on punching and picking up. The first one that's real easy, make sure your outside foot plants just in front of the first hurdle, and we're gonna punch the knee, and it's gonna be a skip. Popping off the balls of the feet, again, punching the knee, getting it up and down as quick as you can, working that opposite hand as you guys go through. Again, we don't run with the same arm and the same leg. Pop, inside knee, punching through, and coming back the opposite direction with your right foot as your plant and your left foot as your punch tip going back. The next version off of that is a dead leg run. A lot like a high knee run, but again, the outside leg, you're just gonna pop off the ankle joint. The inside leg is the one that we're gonna pop off of. Good knee punch, again, quick turnover, get up and down over the top of that hurdle and back down as quick as you can. Keep the toe loaded, punch the knee, pop through as quick as you can. The Spark Speed and Agility Ladder is a great tool for developing quicker feet and better footwork. Remember to stay on the balls of your feet or your power pads for the best results. Your hands and feet work together, so the faster you can move your hands, the faster you'll be able to move your feet. And make sure you stay balanced over the ladder. You control the drill, don't let the drill control you. Okay, LT, the quick foot ladder. You gotta have quick feet to play this game. And the quick foot ladder does an excellent job of reinforcing mechanics, getting you up on the balls of your feet like we talked about in the warm-up, the balls of your feet, your power pads, sending that message from the brain to the feet. So when you're out there on the field and you see something happen, boom, you can create, you don't have to think about it. You just naturally make your move, just like you do, reading a hole, having that vision, that ability to cut back and accelerate. So the quick foot ladder is a wonderful job of working on quick feet. First one we're gonna do is just a 2 in, 2 out. We're gonna start on the bottom of the ladder, and obviously we do linear drills straight ahead. You also got to be able to go side to side when you're playing running back, linebacker, lineman, doesn't matter, any position. We're going to start with 2 feet in the box and 2 feet out. Right, left in, right, left out, right, left in, right, left out. Want to keep your body weight right over the bottom part of the ladder and let your feet do the work. There you go, good. Another great one, just LT just working on footwork. Quick feet, changing direction, getting your feet outside your body plane a little bit is what we call a 2 in and a 2 out. A lot kind of like the Icky Shuffle. One ladder, 2 feet are gonna go in, 2 feet are gonna go out. All right, next one we're gonna do is a crossover run, or what we like to call a swizzle. A little swizzle run, a little shake, step over. You got it, the swizzle for shizzle. So we're gonna start with the left foot in the box. You're gonna cross over the top, keep your shoulders square, and we're just gonna stay down one side, and we're gonna alternate boxes. Good knees, cutting off, planting, staying balanced, good high knee lift, crossover. There you go. Swizzle, swizzle, swizzle for shizzle, right there, good. Next one off that is the double swizzle, where we're gonna step right exactly in and across every box, as quick as you can go through. This drill is the for shizzle swizzle. What we want to do here is make sure we stay balanced, much bigger steps, using the whole ladder, all the way across the ladder, great swivels, good knee punch, full range of motion and get all the way through the ladder. Next one coming back is the icky shuffle. Starting on the side of the ladder, we're gonna go out with 2 feet and then up with 2 feet. This is a great workout, great for feet, good job. Now staying a little bit more balanced over the ladder, we're just gonna go back with icky shuffle, 1 foot, 2 in, 1 out, up to that next box, 2 in, 1 foot out. Changing direction, pushing yourself forward, working on keeping your body weight inside your plant feet. Easy karaoke. 1 foot in each box. Now the main thing that we gotta work on is to make sure that as you drop step, we're gonna pivot and allow that hip to clear to get your back foot into the ladder. Last one we're gonna do going forward is just ski jumps. Now we can go double ski jumps, and then we can go alternating ski jumps. Double ski jumps is we're gonna cross, putting both feet in the box, right and left, right and left, right and left, right and left, alternating, pushing through the ladder. Both feet are gonna go in. It's what we call an alternating ski jump, where we're gonna start with our right foot in, we're gonna hop up to the next box and switch feet, pushing ourselves through as quick as we can. Give it a shot, guys. Hop up to that next box, good. Staying balanced over the ladder, let your feet do the work. Next one, we're gonna do hopscotches. 2 feet in, 2 feet out. 2 feet in, 2 feet out. In, out, hands go in, feet go in, hands go out, feet go out, hopscotches. Running through 2 feet in each box. Lead with the right foot, coming back, we'll lead with the left. So right, left, right, left, right, left. Every box, good. Little multi-directional drill, just a little W drill through the ladder. We're gonna go 2 in, 2 out, 2 feet back in. Little back pedal and sprint. Forward, just moving the feet. 2 in, 2 out, back in, good. There's quite a few variations that you can use when you're using the ladders. You can go laterally to a linear sprint with them, changing directions in the ladders as you go, however you set it up. What we've done is we've actually shown a double ladder where we've put 2 together, showing you a little bit of different variation, but also from a little bit of a wider base and a more truer athletic stance. What we're gonna do is a double icky shuffle. So you're gonna go 2 feet in, 2 feet in, and 1 foot out. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. We're getting lateral cutting, changing direction in, boom, plant, plant, working up and keeping your body weight almost down the center seam. There you go. In each box, skipping through hands and feet. Right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. Going right on through from a wider base. Coming back, left and right, left and right. So every foot's gonna go in every box. We can also take it from there and go into an alternate skip, where we're gonna skip a box, 1 foot in each box. And then he's gonna go right into another version, which is just 2 feet, 1 hop now. Again, everything on the power pads and everything is pushing. Nothing's pulling the ground. We want to push the ground back behind the hips as you go through. Drills with the Spark Power Band will help you develop stronger, more powerful movements and an explosive first step. Use the resistance to really work on your glutes, hip flexors, hamstrings, and groin muscles. Remember to always keep good balance and body position and try to bust that cord. All right, I'm back with LT and Coach Shaw, and what we're gonna work on, we talked about a lot of resistance training, how important that is out on the football field, bringing the weight room out to the football field, whether it's your medicine ball, the bungees that we did different cone drills with the bungee exercises, as well as our Spark side stepper. We use it to do lateral first step explosion, like Tom talked about, the importance of first step explosion, developing groin strength, hip strength, as well as using our side stepper for linear strength. We talked about stride length, stride frequency. In order to improve those things, we gotta work on knee punch, gotta work on keeping that toe pulled towards the shin. So the first one that we're gonna work on is just an opposite skip.
Elbows bent 90 to 100 degrees. You don't flex and you don't extend your arms. That's a fallacy when guys try to get their hand to come all the way back. What that does, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. When you fire your hand back, your foot will automatically extend from your knee. Well, what we're trying to do is drive that knee, put it in a position where we could lean forward, keep the toe up, heel up, and knee up. And that's what we're trying to think about, is lean forward. Don't ever lean back. We're always trying to stay in that nice power position. All right.
So that downward foot's always gonna stay down. That front step, that toe's gonna be up, and we're gonna skip. Okay, but we're gonna work the arms front to back and punch the knee, keep the toe up. 10 yards, good. The most important step in athletics is the first step. And so we'll use the side steppers to just work on that first step explosion. Just right out of your stance, just that first step, like you're gonna go and hit that outside. A couple to the right, and you will go boss or outside to the left. And now we're just gonna go the opposite way. So instead of bailing out, we're just gonna work on that first punch. That first into that first punch before you bail. Going the opposite way. And now we're just gonna use that bail step off your punch. And that bail step, just as you're gonna start to turn the shoulders and turn and run. Lateral step and punch. Want to make sure that you keep good position, good DB step and punch. Lead with that right foot and that right hand. We'll work to your right, and then we'll also work punch and jam, working to your left, staying on the lateral plane, about 10 yards apart. Next one we're gonna do is just switch up the angle, and we're gonna, again, work the hip flexor muscles, staying nice and tall. We're gonna bring the knees up into the armpit, almost landing laterally with your feet square, pushing off the ground, punching the knees up to the armpit. Again, using that resistance to help develop hip flexor strength and over-exaggerate that knee punch. Okay, the side stepper is also a great apparatus, a piece of equipment that we like to use for football players. Seen it a lot. We also use it for our quarterbacks to work on strengthening up their drops, the ability for them to not only gain depth in their drop, but gain it quickly. Two key components in a drop for a great quarterback. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start with a little drop sequence. We can go 3-step drops, 5-step drops, and 7-step drops. As we drop out, we're gonna work on 3-step drops and stepping back up in the pocket, ready to throw that football. We can go 5-step drops off of there, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, step up in the pocket. We can also change our angles for our quarterbacks to step up to throw the ball, whatever direction we want to go. Also from the pocket, we can bail laterally. We can move forward in the pocket, always moving our feet. Great drills for quarterbacks to get aware of that pocket presence and move their feet around in the pocket. To really develop your core strength and maximize your explosive power, you need to bring the weight room out onto the field. And this is where the Spark Power Ball comes in. In every drill, make sure you are activating the muscles in your power zone, everything from the chest to your knees. Remember that form and technique are more important than the weight of the ball. So use a ball that allows you to maintain good form and mechanics. All right, LT, next thing we're gonna work on is our medicine ball. A lot of power, explosiveness, core strength, low back, abs, that ability, you know, to pick up an oncoming blitz as a running back, which is very important, being an every down back. Some guys can't do that, you can. That ability to break tackles, continue to get those yards after that first initial hit. So we like to use a medicine ball to do a few drills with that, kind of bringing the weight room out to the football field. First one we're gonna do is a granny throw. Just head up, chest up, a lot of just like a power clean position. Eyes up, head up, chest up, good power load, explode, triple extension, all the way up, coming off the floor, using our arms, and explode for height. Okay. Let it bounce one time, catch it and drop in the hole, boom, and go again. And good job, there you go. That's what I like to hear. Try to keep your feet flat. And you're gonna throw right from that position as you come up towards me. Go ahead and extend and throw it towards me. Good. I'm gonna bring it back to you right above your head. Sit up and toss, nice. Good, good. Reach, good. Come on, nice. Good, got that? Tornado throws, working with a partner. If you don't have a partner, we all use a cement wall or something. What we're gonna do is we're gonna work on rotational throws, working on oblique action, a little bit of rotation and turn and extend through. You're gonna reach back and rotate oblique, throw it towards me. I'm gonna catch it in front, good, and bring it back to you. Rotate through, good, power it. Good, try to keep it in front of your partner. Now, next one we're gonna do off of that, same series, oblique work, is we're gonna rotate And now as we turn, I'm gonna chest pass, get a little upper body and explode and turn into it to you. Right there, rotate, chest pass back. Good. Okay, quick slams. Another great one that we work on for core stabilization, as well as upper body, just slamming, just working on explosiveness. Gonna start with the ball just off the forehead, and what we're gonna do is to come off the ground with your lower body and just use those abs and that pullover motion and slam the ball in, really contracting those abs much like an accordion, and we're gonna take it and slam that ball in the ground. There you go, good. All right, champ, the upper body plyometric, just a real ballistic from a square stance, chest pass and pop, explode, everything you got just like you're gonna jam, and then drive and accelerate off 45-degree angle, about 5 yards in the opposite direction. Good. Eyes up, head up, explode, good. Good hips, get tall, good. Nice. Full extension. Good job. All right, champ, next one we're gonna do is a 2-ball push-up. Hands on balls, balancing, great for stabilization in the shoulders. 3 sets of 10 here. Eyes up, head up, keep your back flat. Don't let your hip sink. Full range of motion on your push-ups. Again, really stabilizing. You're still gonna use your abs, your low back, all the way through a full range of motion. Great job. First of all, just as V-sit alone, just sitting on your butt, keeping your feet up while you're keeping your upper body up as well, you're already working on activating those abs just to sit in that position. It's very tough to do. What we're gonna do now is we're just gonna add a ball to the drill, and he's just gonna bounce and touch side to side as quick as he can, and he starts to work his lower body into it and rotate through. The ball goes opposite his feet as he rotates through. Great for rotation. We call these Russian twists. Okay, next one is just a walking rotational lunge. Holding the ball out in front of you, taking a big step, and as you go, you're gonna take a big step out in front and rotate into the same leg that you stepped with. Next one we're gonna do is great for the hamstrings. It's gotta be controlled, again, depending on the strength of your hamstring, the ability to flick the ball up to your partner with your heels as you're doing simulated hamstring curl action. Great for strengthening, explosive quickness. Check the ball, make sure it's the proper size and strength. Chris here, gonna roll the ball right down his legs. He's gonna extend and kick the ball up to me. Roll it down, extend, flick it up, flick it up, flick it up. You gotta have a good partner. Make sure that he rolls it right down. Got the ability to catch the ball and feed it to you. 2 to 3 sets of 15 quick ones, and you're done in a hurry. Using the Spark Stability balls will allow you to gain greater balance and stabilization, which are essential for an elite athlete in any sport. When doing these drills, always maintain a neutral spine, using your abs and low back, while at the same time using the other muscles that are required to perform the exercise. This will help give you greater core strength and maximize your competitive performance. The first thing that you want to do before you guys start any of your stability ball work is make sure you got a ball that's the right size. Easiest way that I can tell you to do it is to just sit on a ball, pump it up. What you want to do is make sure that as you're sitting there, you get about a 90-degree angle with your legs. So as Chris is sitting here, this ball is just about perfect for him. No matter what the drill or exercise, again, depending on your height, leg length, limb length, whatever it is, have a seat on the ball. That's probably the best way to measure the appropriate ball for you. Next one that we're gonna do, which is great for stabilization for the core, abs, low back, but also develops upper body strength, is a push-up on the stability ball. So Forrest's gonna get on his stomach, roll out as far as he can until his shoelaces or his toes are on the ball, and he's gonna go ahead and bang out some decline push-ups. There you go, nice. Right from there, trying not to let your hips sink in, trying to still keep that back straight, good job. Nice, decline push-ups off of there. Using the circle ball, what we're gonna do from a straight-legged position, heels digging into the ball, Chris is gonna activate using that hamstring and hip up, okay, that we talked about earlier from a straight leg hip up, and then he's gonna actually pull the ball underneath his hips, just like you would for a hamstring curl. Good job, extend, keep the hips high. Again, everything's firing, low back, abs, good, rolling through. Keep those hips up, pull, good, and come nice and high, pull it all the way back to the toes. Really activate those hamstrings. Next drill we're gonna do is a straight leg hip up. Using the ball, digging your heels in, laying flat on your back, extend your feet out. Heels are gonna be on the stability ball. We're gonna dig our heels in, palms out, making a T formation. Go ahead, force, hike the hips up to the ceiling. Good, and back down. Good, up, good. And hold and squeeze at the top, and then back down. Good. Again, that core, having to stabilize the ball, excellent. And again, same thing here with your arms, bringing them in closer to the body, makes it tougher to stabilize. The wider you are, the easier it is on your hands to help you stabilize the ball. So kind of beginner, intermediate, advanced. Good. Next drill we're gonna do is a bent leg 90-degree hip up. On your back, feet up, again, 90-degree angle. Dig your heels into the ball, palms out, palms down, extend the arms. We're gonna hike the hips up from a bent leg as high as we can, activating the hamstrings, good. And back down, good. Stabilizing on the ball, real good for your glutes, great for your hamstrings. Just extending the hips up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. And depending on where you place your hands, the closer in towards your body you get them, the tougher it becomes to stabilize on the ball as well. Some people will actually cross their arms up in front and do it as well. Last one off of this series is a bent leg 90-degree hip up. Single leg makes it a little bit tougher. So now he's gonna support a lot of that weight, fire that heel into the ground, activate that hamstring, go ahead, force, and hike that hip up to the ceiling. Single leg, good. Pull, good. And you hear dig and pull. See that, go ahead, see that calf activate, that hamstring activate, good. Hip ups, good job. Another variation off of this is one of the toughest we like to call a Superman. And what we're gonna do with the Superman is I'm gonna take alternating arm and leg, and I'm gonna extend out as high as I can and back down. Again, activating the hamstrings, your glutes, your low back. If you wanna hold the thumb up, hold it for a few seconds and back down. These are called Supermans. Great for your low back. The next drill we're gonna do is a low back extension. I'm gonna actually lay on my stomach on the ball. I'm gonna roll out into a push-up position just so my feet are just barely off the floor. Bring my feet together just so they're just off the ground. Eyes up, head up, almost like I'm doing a push-up. And what I'm gonna do is extend in my hips into the ball, squeezing my hamstrings and my glutes and pulling up and working my low back. What we're gonna be doing is this low back extension all the way through, pulling the heels up just above my butt and strengthening your low back. Another variation off of this low back extension is to just go with a single leg. Start off nice and easy with one leg, pulling that left leg, again activating the hamstring and the glute and your low back. Right leg for 5 to 10. Left leg for 5 to 10. All right, first one that we're gonna start off with is just an abdominal crunch. Nice and easy. What you wanna do is the ball's gonna support your lumbar spine, your low back as you guys lay there. Shoulders, you're gonna feel your shoulder blades on the ball. Head's gonna come up in a neutral spine position, just keeping everything in alignment, cross your arms in front. And we're just gonna go little 3 to 4 inch crunches. Go ahead, up towards the sky, up towards the ceiling, good. Another thing that's always nice is just the ability to bring some different products into the different workouts and drills and exercises. And here, all Chris is gonna do is hold a med ball right up above him and extend and crunch right out towards the ceiling, holding the med ball. Adding just a little bit more weight, crunching up. Good job. Spark parachutes provide resistance training that will help you develop more explosive strength and power. Always use good running technique. Maintain a proper body position whether you're sprinting or backpedaling. Don't forget about your upper body mechanics. Remember to pump your arms and make sure that your hands are traveling from the chest pocket on your shirt past the butt pocket on your pants. Okay, the first parachute exercise that we're gonna do is just a resisted straight ahead sprint. The parachutes are a great apparatus to add a little bit of that strength training, that power, again, bringing the weight room out to the football field. That strength and the power that we get through the parachute is gonna help us with our stride length and our stride frequency. First
nice
half.
long run, he's gonna try to make it. He's gonna count just his left foot, take off. and be explosive, taking long, fast steps. The idea of this drill is to do a staggered cone cut. We're going to set the cones at 5 yards apart at an angle. You could actually set them 3 yards and 7 yards, whatever you want. The idea is you to have 2 left cuts and 2 cuts off your right foot.
Okay, next we're gonna do is just a back pedal run. Keep your shoulders over your hips, nose over your toes, good form. Pushing off the balls of your feet, chewing up ground in your back pedal. Don't get too high. Good, push, push. Great for strengthening the quads. Good. Okay, next one we're gonna do is a variation off the back pedal. It's a back pedal weave. It's a great drill for defensive backs. You can use it if you're an outfielder for baseball, tracking down a fly ball, soccer player on a through ball or a deep ball that you're trying to judge. Anytime you got a back pedal and keep your shoulders square to the ball, to your opponent, whoever it is, this is a back pedal weave. We're gonna use it more from a receiver and a DB standpoint since we're on the football field. Go ahead, you two. Ready? We'll start this way. Good. They're gonna weave inside. I'm gonna chase them down, get back out. They're always trying to keep leverage on me. I'm working back outside, back inside. And again, they don't cross their feet, their shoulders stay square, back pedal weave. Next one we're gonna do with the parachute is a 45-degree angle run. What the athlete's gonna do is open up that hip and turn and run, much like an athlete would do anytime on a field, tracking a ball, tracking an opponent, turning and running, while at the same time keeping your shoulders and your eyes upfield. Always upfield. Great workout. Keep working hard and always make it a productive day. Find more drills, trainers, products, and athletes at sparktraining.com. And hey, for everybody at home, let's be smart. Before you start any of the Spark training programs, make sure you consult your physician or your local doctor. What's a Spark rating? Glad you asked. It's a simple way to measure your overall athleticism. It gives you the opportunity to see where you rank in your training program, as well as compare yourself to many other athletes, high school, college, and professional athletes across the country. The Spark rating also serves as a great motivational tool. You at home not only can compare and rank yourself to other athletes, but you can see what areas of your rating you need to improve on to make sure that rating goes through the roof. For football, it takes the measurements of the traditional combine, the 5-10-5 pro shuttle run, the 185-pound bench press, the 40-yard dash, and the vertical jump. It combines the results of these tests into a single number, your Spark rating. Go get yours and see how you rate at sparktraining.com.
See how you rate at sparktraining.com.
Let's see how you rate at sparktraining.com.
See how you rate on sparktraining.com.
No matter what drills you are doing or sport you are playing, there are some simple things to keep in mind that will maximize the benefits of your Spark training. Spark drills are dynamic and intended to improve your speed and quickness, so never sit back on your heels. Learn to stay on the balls of your feet or your power pads in order to put yourself in the fastest possible position. Your arms and legs are connected, so the faster that you can move your arms, the faster your lower body will turn over. If you are using the proper recovery mechanics, you will always be in a position that will allow you to push off the ground. This provides maximum acceleration and will always make you faster than your opponent. If you are out of balance, you're out of control. And if you're out of control, you are not going to be able to maximize your speed, agility, or explosive power. I call them Hawkeyes, eyes that are focused on a single point. Don't look around. As soon as your head starts moving around, the rest of your body's going to follow. Don't run tight. Stay relaxed. The more relaxed you are, the faster you're going to run. Allow your good running form, technique, and mechanics to pull you through. Spark training is as much about variety as it is about developing speed, quickness, and explosive power. Change up your Spark training routine to make sure that you are developing all facets of your game. The variety in your training program will keep it fresh and interesting. That way you can continue to train harder and harder day after day. All great athletes are in tune with their body, so make sure that you listen to yours when it tells you to take a break. Remember, it's all about quality, not quantity. Overtraining will actually wear your body down and doesn't allow it to recover properly and will actually slow your progress. It sounds funny to say, but be selfish when it comes to your training. This is your time to invest in your dream. Time is essential, and what we lose, we can't get back. So eliminate all distractions so that you can get the most out of your Spark training. Belief is a powerful thing, and you have to believe in what you're doing. Like anything else, Spark training will give you the greatest advantage if you believe in its benefits and you commit yourself to improving your speed, power, agility, reaction, and quickness. Never look back, and now go chase down your dream.
We had coaches in high school that were really strict about working out and getting faster and stronger and bigger. And that kind of rubbed off on me over the years, and that's all I do. When you see good results, that's when you know you're doing something right. I mean, you have to be athletic and fast naturally, but when you work at it and you see improvements over years, and I mean, that's what promotes you to keep doing what you're doing, because you want to do what works. I mean, you want to rep it as much as you can. The more you do it, the better you get at it. I mean, if you want to be quicker coming out your back pedal, do it a lot. Just really do it a lot. If you want to be quicker turning and going, do it a lot, and you'll get quicker at it because it'll come more natural to you. When I really get into it, I do a lot of like drills where I'm backpedaling, coming out of break, lateral drills, emphasizing breaking on routes, stuff like that. Trying to rep things that I'm gonna see when I'm on the field and not try to do things that I really don't do. What I do mostly with weights is try to just like do a lot of tricep things, bicep, ab work, trying to work on things that's gonna really help my speed and quickness and my strength when I'm trying to jam a guy up. Quick feet is a big part of being a cornerback. I mean, I do a lot of lateral drills where I try to step in, step out, just see how get my feet going, moving, get used to going fast, and stuff like that. Well, I think when you start training, you need to kind of have a goal of what you're trying to reach. I mean, what are you trying to accomplish? That's what you need to know. And, I mean, you don't want to go throwing footballs if you're not going to play quarterback. I mean, work on something that's going to help you. So if you want to be a corner, I mean, do cornerback drills and do it a lot. I mean, rep it as much as you can. Watch yourself. If you can film it, film it. I mean, watch yourself. Try to, criticize what you're doing and get somebody to watch you too. Because, I mean, that's the best thing you can have as a critic. Somebody can really tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right. Everything comes from here. If you don't have a heart, then you just hang it up. I don't care how much talent you have. I mean, I've seen so many athletes with no heart, all the skills in the world, but if you don't have that heart, man, you're not going to be good at nothing. Well, when I'm thinking about training, I just try to concentrate on what I'm doing. But, when I'm playing, I do have a lot. Say it in my head. I just try to say, play my game, play my game. Don't do anything out of the ordinary, just play my game and I'll be fine.
I played sports all my life, and, so I've been lifting weights and working out because Coach used to tell me to. but I started doing it on my own outside of coach telling me to do so after in my junior year in high school. And that's when I really took it upon myself to train, by myself, after practice, after basketball practice was done, I'd go hit the stadium steps by myself. I'd go run hills by myself. Just different things like that. That's when I started. Well, that motivation came from just seeing the great ones do it, like Walter Payton and Jerry Rice and Emmitt Smith. Seeing them guys on TV talk about their workout. I knew at the time if I wanted to be where them guys were, that I had to do something extra. So I took it upon myself to train. First off, with a running back, I think the biggest thing is vision. You gotta have vision to be able to see the holes. You gotta be able to see things that other people don't see. And then Marcus Allen told me one time that a running back is an artist. He paints his own picture. And that is so true because you never can explain how you run the football or what do you do when you run the football. Third down is usually a passing situation, and it may call for running backs to block. And really and truly, blocking is all want to. It's all hard. Either you want to do it or you don't. And that's the difference between a lot of backs in this league today. Today's game in the National Football League is so much about matchups. Everybody's looking for a mismatch. And if a running back can catch the ball out of the backfield, then he's going to be more apt to stay on the football field in third down situations, to be able to go against that linebacker, that safety. So I think it's very important in today's game. The one thing you can do is there's all kinds of receiving, catching drills that you can do where they fire the ball out at you at different angles and you just work on hand and eye coordination and catching the football. Well, last year I got banged up a little bit. That was my first time pretty much dealing with an injury. So this year I just want to focus on strengthening my adductors, and just strengthening my groin and making sure I do a lot of stretching routines, whether that's yoga, Pilates, different things like that is what I want to focus on this off season. Stretching is something, and flexibility is really something that prevents injury. And the more flexible you are, the more you're able to stay on the field. You don't get injured as much if you're flexible, because as a football player, you get hit in all different angles. You get twisted in different angles. You get, some brutal hits sometimes. And the more flexible you are, the better off you'll be. So that's very, very important if you're going to play sports in any game, whether it's basketball, soccer, track and field, whatever it may be. I would say try everything, because you never know what sport you're going to be able to dominate and be good at and, become a professional. And when you do that, you incorporate different type of training methods. And, you realize what you're good at, and then the training comes a part of what you're good at.
You want to train exactly like professional athletes train, and that's position specific. I don't want the quarterbacks working out with the offensive line, because they're not going to help each other out. I don't want the wide receivers doing the exact same things that a DB does. Now, they could train together and do conditioning and things like that. They can do that. But position-specific training, where they're actually running routes, a wide receiver is going to run every route that's on their route tree. A defensive back's going to do all the cutting, back pedal, turn and run, and do all of those drills. You don't want them to, they're two different positions, and they have different footwork. They have different ways they train. You always want to train sport-specific. You always have to challenge your body and do things different. If I was a DB, I don't want to just backpedal and break forward. I want to do other things, something that I'm not very good at. Teach my body to be more explosive and powerful out of a different movement, whether my foot is in a T-step or a click step or different ways to come out of a break. You got to work on other things, because a coach is going to ask you to do things differently. I think the number one thing that kids can work on to improve is to be more explosive and be more powerful. And that's working on your vertical jump and your standing long jump. Work on your jumping drills, plyometrics, all of those drills. If you could increase your vertical jump and your standing long jump, it doesn't matter what your form looks like, you're going to run faster. Now, if you do clean up your form, you work on technique, and you do those things extra, that's going to help you too, because you're not going to have wasted movement while you're sprinting. Whoever has the best vertical jump and the best standing long jump in whatever testing is going to run the fastest 40-yard dash time. And in football, the 40-yard dash is the most important thing. It means the difference between you going to a smaller school or the school of your dreams, or even a chance to go to the next level. So you're always working on things to get you to the next level. Well, that's the most important thing. Obviously, strength training is going to help with your explosiveness and your power. So you've got to make sure you get in the weight room. You can't just lift weights. You have to take the weight room out on the field, because you could be real strong and squat 600 pounds, but you can't move 5 yards and, very fast. So you've got to be able to transfer the strength that you have into strength on the field, and that's being able to move. And I think that's the most important thing for kids and parents to think about is be more explosive, be more powerful. Speed is the #1 thing in all of athletics. I mean, everyone's trying to get faster. Power is where you're going to get more explosive. Reaction time is you react to a movement. So if somebody crosses you over in a basketball game, you're able to move to slide in front of them to cut him off so you can play defense, and he doesn't make it to the basket. I mean, the Spark training it's all the components of what we're trying to do to try to get kids better.
If you want to be fast, you got to train fast. So if you're a 4.6 guy, you can't continue to train at 4.6 or 4.7 or 4.8 pace. You got to push the body. You got to get used to running. If you want to run a 4.4, you got to train at a 4.4. And that's where light downhill running at a certain angle, over speed with the bungees, whatever it is, you got to get your body used to running at that next speed. So thus, train fast, be fast. The difference between an athlete that runs a 4.6 and the strain that it puts on their muscles and their joints and their ligaments running a 4.2 is completely different. So that opportunity for injury is, exponentialized so much. And so it's very important, that they get the ability for their body to contrast the difference between the resisted training, the assisted training, and the free sprinting, while not overdoing it. You're only going to be so fast as your technique allows you to be. And if you have bad arm mechanics, you're not maximizing your potential when it comes to running. If you had bad form, drive position, you're not punching your knee enough, you don't run on the ball of your foot, the little things that biomechanically improve speed and mechanics come through proper form and proper training. The ability to bring the weight room out to the football field, I think, is the most important. And as Thomas said, with the sport-specific exercises that you're doing, Spark does such a wonderful job of bringing the medicine ball out there, the parachute out there, the bungee cords, and anytime I think you can take the weight room and put it onto the football field, put an athlete in an apparatus or a piece of equipment that's going to make them quicker, faster, and stronger, and be as sport-specific to the sport that they play, I think that's exactly what the kids want, as well as the coaches. One of my things that I love talking about is the quality and not quantity. And too often, I get kids that got big hearts and big attitudes, and they want to get in there and they want to outwork everybody, and that's great. But I think sometimes they're actually doing too much, and it becomes a detriment to their body. And I'm a firm believer in the journey, and the getting there, and the time, and the things that you go through, and that bond that you develop with your athletes and with the kids you work with carries on for a lifetime.